All right. Good morning, you guys. Luis Morales here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. And this is the AM stretch break on a beautiful Thursday morning. Where I'm at here in Northern California, it's nice and warm and sunny. And so if you guys have anything today that you want to be specifically addressed, whether that's a certain area of your body or a certain muscle or just a certain kind of movement, go ahead and drop it in the chat. We can definitely work it in to the stretch breaks and the stretches and the movements that we're going to do this morning. While I wait for that, what we are going to do is start on the ground today. So let's get some space, and we're going to start out kind of on our stomachs in a prone position here today. I want to just warm up that spine. So what we're going to do is go ahead and lie on down. I got some contributions for Jennifer. Hips are always appreciated. Definitely be doing some posterior hip stuff going on. All right, let's go ahead and start though with the lower spine. Go ahead and lay down prone here on the ground. What we're gonna do is pretend that waist down, paralyzed, that we don't have any kind of movement down there. Go ahead and place those hands up around face level. And what we're gonna do is push ourselves up into kind of a nice cobra position. So it's key that we keep the hips connected to the ground here. If you're pushing yourself up and you find that the hips are starting to come up or it's a little uncomfortable, go ahead and just rest on those elbows. It might be a little more comfortable. It gives your spine a little bit more of a break, but if you can go ahead and extend those arms, that's awesome. Find that breathing. Find that further relaxed state. And then let's go ahead and slowly bring our upper bodies down, meet the ground once more. We're going to do this a couple more times. So when you're ready, once again, go ahead and push yourself or find that position for extending the spine here. Don't forget to breathe. Those exhales will definitely help you relax. All right, slowly go ahead and let yourself down one more time. And we have one more rep left of this cobra. All right, guys, last time, let's use those hands and or those elbows. Get yourself up in a nice extended position here. And breathe. It's also one of my good way to kind of stretch a lot of the core muscles out too, especially if you're really trying to expand the belly with those belly breaths. All right, guys, good work. Slowly let yourself down. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and flip onto our backs here. If you joined me yesterday for my boot camp class, we did a little bit of hip abduction with those planks, and my glutes kind of this morning were a little bit tight. So this is a really good posterior hip stretch. I know we can all benefit from, even if you weren't in my class, it's still going to benefit you big time. So let's go ahead and, I'm on my back with my knees bent here. Start by resting that right ankle, right around that left knee. What we're going to do is lift that left leg up. Go ahead and take your hands, try and reach for that gap to grab onto that left hamstring. What we're going to do is pull that left leg in and also pull that right ankle closer to our heads, effectively creating a nice stretch in the posterior right hip. Now, everyone is different, so it might kind of take a little bit of moving around to find that good stretch for you. You can also grab onto the top of the knee or the shin on that left side to make it a more exaggerated stretch. So once you do find that stretch though, let's go ahead and get that breathing in. One more good breath here, guys. Big exhale. All right, guys, go ahead and let that left leg down. Let's go ahead and switch it over. Same thing, kind of find that spot where your ankle can rest on that right leg now. Raise up that right leg, grab onto the back of it or the top of it. Let's go ahead and find that same stretch on the left hip. Just a reminder here, guys, remember, we don't want to be pulling ourselves into a stretch where the intensity is super, super high. You know, that we really feel like, you know, something might tear in there or something like that. We don't necessarily want to push the muscles too hard. We're looking for kind of a 5 or 6 on your own intensity scale of stretch here. One more deep breath here, guys. Nicely done. Okay. Next up here, guys, let's come up into a nice sitting position. What we're going to do to also floss those hips out a little bit real quick is just kind of a quick rotational movement through the hips. So I'm going to have everyone kind of sitting on their tails, leaning back on both hands, knees bent, feet spread wide apart here. And what we're going to do is just kind of flow, letting one knee come in, try and touch the ground with the inside of my right knee, outside of my left knee, and then switch it all the way over so that it's inside of the opposite knees as well. So let's just do a few of these. Great hip warm up here. And notice kind of how far you can really go within the ball and socket, and then when your pelvis kind of starts to move or your lower spine starts to move as well with it, be conscious of that. You definitely have different limitations depending on what or where we're moving. All right, guys, one more each side here. Feels good. I know in exercise with Exos, we're going to be doing all sorts of stuff today. So all this is good primer, good movement priming, all that stuff. And that class is at 12 noon. So I hope you guys will join us. All right. Got time for one more, guys. Let's go ahead and stand it up. Get that upper body a little more involved here. All right, guys, so with some space around you, make sure you can spread those arms out. You're not going to hit a lamp or anything important. What we're going to do is plant those feet about shoulder width apart, and we're going to do some arm circles. So let's have those thumbs kind of pointed up towards the ceiling. Let's start with some small forward arm circles. Just warming up those shoulders. Let's make sure we're not shrugged up. We want to make sure those shoulder blades are slid down into our back pockets. And let those arm circles just get a little bit bigger. And bigger, and then try and find that really big arm circle. Doesn't have to be super fast, just finding out where the available range of motion is in our shoulders. Great, let those arms relax, shake them out a little bit if you need to. We're gonna do the same thing now, arms out to the side, thumbs up, and then we're gonna start with small backward circles. So small backward circles here, guys. Again, be conscious of that shoulder blades. Slowly start to make them bigger and a little bit bigger. Try and keep those thumbs up. And then biggest. Really large backward circles here, guys. As big as you possibly can, trying to draw the biggest circle. Nicely done. One more big one. And there we go. All right, guys, shake those arms out. Nice work. That is all the time I have left in this stretch break. Don't forget, we have another stretch break taught by me at 2:30 p.m. today. Again, like I mentioned, 12 p.m. exercise with the Exos. These are going to be our last live classes with the core team. And we also have exercise or Exos at home, sorry, classes tomorrow, 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. I highly recommend checking those out. Those are always really fun and a great change of pace from some of the other classes that we do offer. If you guys are interested in having stretch breaks on demand or live classes on demand for your team at Autodesk, go ahead and check out our SharePoint site. We have forms that you guys can fill out and pick your time and your date, and we'll all be there. It's super fun. I've already done one of these on-demand stretch breaks actually, and it was super awesome to meet more people in Autodesk. So I hope more people will take advantage. Take care out there, guys. Hope to see you at noon with the rest of the team.
Thanks, Luis.
Thanks, Luis.
Good job, you guys. Take care, guys.